Whoosh. Top down morning, laddies. My name is Shaz, and welcome to the What If film series that I've been searching. So, in this What If, I'm just gonna use this entire picture. So yeah. So, so in this What If, or it's called What If Zuko, or no, What If um, everyone hated Zuko. I know it says Zuko hated by everyone, but yeah. And, yeah, so there's a reason why. Because I am going to give him a power of 0 and infinity. And the 0 absorbs negative emotions. So if there's more or hate for him, then he gets stronger. But I also will give him 2 quirks that will be kind of like acts as one quirk. So both quirks are called the raging limiter and calm, like in calm belt. So yeah. So then, yeah. So, and I also add Zoomy into this what if. So yeah. So basically, yeah. Here. Yeah. So basically, Zuko and Zumi were born. Then at 2 years old, or 3, Zuko and Zumi got friends. Bakugo, Todoroki, Momo, and Ochako. That all changed when the Quirk Doctor's office. So, yeah. Alright. I just had. Just to make sure. Okay. So, my old one used to have the numbers on the top, so yeah. So, Zuko, where were we? Oh, yes, I remember. They were at the Quark Doctor's office, and the Quark Doctor tells Zumi that she has a quirk, fire manipulation, and then he turns around, looks at Zuko, and tells him that he does not have a quirk. He's quirkless. So, yeah. So then everyone started to hate him because he was not quirk, or he did not have a quirk. So, yeah. I mean everyone. So he goes to, or he didn't really care. He just he goes to a normal school. Zoomin got one for all and got praised by everybody. Me. And he had no friends. So, and even worse, that his sister doesn't even talk to him because she told him that you should never say like, to your brother or siblings. For me, I like everybody, eh? But not in a weird way, but just normal way. So his sister Zumi told him that he is now cut from her life. Basically, yeah. And Inko and Sashi agree with Zumi. And yeah, as he says, okay. Yeah. As he walks away, because he wanted to be had a quirk, and but yeah. So he or so his sister used to care about him a lot. But now they finally broke up, or like, or his sister cuts him out of her life, and yeah, as he leaves for the night, yeah. So he leaves. He lives on the streets. Yeah. So then, as he was on a ocean, or the beach, not the ones that it's a sand one. I could always call it the bleach. Yeah. So I don't know how to say it because it's a sand one. And Zuko just like lays there, things like, I should have been mad, but why? Hey, am I so calm? As a quirk doctor comes out of nowhere and tells him that you actually did had a quirk. I did not know. Oh, oh, what you had, and for a quirk. So yeah. So the quirk that Zuko, or the quirk doctor, talks to Uzuku about is that Zuko has the calm quirk and the raging limiter quirk. But there's also something that I found in your DNA that might surprise you. You're her. You have the power of zero and infinity. What does that mean? You're basically a god. G-O-D. That's spelled with a G-O-D. That's what it is. So, yeah. His face, or Zuko's face, turns into like that. All surprised, as he could not believe. And all those negative emotions that everybody are like has rage against you is actually making you stronger than a average human. But you don't feel it. Because it's not affecting your body like fully. It's making you like every tech. Like when I'm here, you're generating 1,000 ticks per second. So basically, my darkness is leaving my body into yours. How does it make you feel? I don't know. But yeah. So then Zuko goes back to school. he he's with his classmates as or his class as he wrote he had a watch that of negative emotions, as everybody, including the teacher, is confused about that. You have a new watch. Yeah. The court doctor gave it to me. It because I have a ability, not a quirk, but I have abilities. Two abilities. One is called Zero and the other is called Infinity. And Zero, as he is absorbing all of your negative energy, like your dark selves, into me. Basically, all your hatred for like anyone goes right to me. So, yeah. Huh? Yeah. As he shows it, yeah. So basically, like, if I have multiple people around, this thing would probably go through the roof. Plus, a quirk doctor also told me something else. I didn't just have a quirk. That's what my abandoned parents thought. They thought I was like quirkless. But I don't have just one quirk. I have two quirks. As he's so calm about it, you could tell it. Can you not tell it's my calmness? That's actual quirk. And raging limiter. Yeah. So Zuko, as everybody could not believe, so then of course the villains, instead of attacking USJ, they went and attacked or actually they did attack USJ. Yeah. As with a bunch of Nomus and villains, and Shiraki-sen and looks over at Zumi and tells her, guess you're her. Guess the Quark Doctor didn't tell, or guess someone wasn't paying attention to the Quark Doctor, or a good doctor. That's a shame. I want to see his power for my very own. Because I heard that he's the hatred. But oh well, we'll kill all of you. And Mr. Aizawa was wondering, what does he mean? As he asks, is it All Might? No. All Might's weaker than him. I'll just say his name. Zuko Midoriya. As Zumi had like the same face as what Mushroom Girl had. As she's like wondering, what do you mean? As Zumi says, what do you mean? That little weakling? Well, have you not heard? Or Quark Doctor, or you and your parents should and run off in the doctor's office. Did you hear him? He didn't have a quirk. Yeah. What does it mean? He has two quirks, not just one quirk. I believe that one of them is calm and the other is raging limiter. I want to see him raged up. But that's not all he has. He has the power of infinity and zero. As Shiraki-sen looks up towards the sky with his arms stretched out, then he says that before. See, your brother is the most powerfulest person in the world. You just didn't even know it. until today. And if he was here, you would have been, and you would be a pathetic, like, generators for him. Because he absorbs all the darkness in from your bodies. All your hatred, every part of your negative emotions are getting absorbed into his body. Honey, it goes one through in and the other comes out. That's why your brother is now, he could absorb the entire negative populations of everyone, including the world. So, then the villains, so then after the USJ thing, let's see, how much time do I have? Kind of. Okay. Perfect time. Yeah. So, yeah. So basically, when Zumi got home, she went right to her bedroom, and she tossed her blankets around, her pillows around, beating them up as she could not believe or she's throwing a tantrum. As as Asashi and Inko walks in, as Inko and Asashi asked what's happened, because Asashi heard that the Zumi about the USJ attack. But then when as Zumi tells her own brother, she tells her own parents, or her parents want her to have her, like, moment thing, because to let off some steam before her as she's blaming herself as her rage came out, and she could feel her negative energy, like, is leaving her body, floating out of the window. And she looks outside through the window and tells him, or tells her that, she tells the window, or through the window outside, we'll meet again, brother. Okay. And she felt the power of Zero drawing all of her negative emotions away. So yeah. As he was sleeping, and as then she came downstairs and or she yeah came downstairs and she visits with her parents. And so she basically, or they told, or no, actually, Zumi told them that the villains wanted to see what Zuko is capable of. Because we were so blinded by him, we weren't being patient enough with the Quark Doctor had to say. As they were, or Zumi and, or, no, Inko and Sashi said, "What do you mean?" Well, do you remember he said, "Zuko, you do not have a quirk." Yeah? Well, he didn't just have one quirk. He had two quirks. As Inko and Sashi opened their eyes and the jaws dropped as they could not believe that the, yeah, he didn't, or their son had not one, but two quirks. As they're like, and what else? The villains told me that um, that Zuko was born with abilities abilities of infinity and zero. And the Inko Who and the Sashi were like were trying to, they were so surprised when they heard that the he need to listen to a Quark Doctor more often. So then when they heard that, and of course Zumi asked, or no, actually Inko asked Zumi, "What do you mean by or I know that power of zero and infinity, he allows is your, or what does they do?" Well, zero takes negative things things and into his body. So basically all we're doing is actually helping him, not angry at him. Because he the yeah, I'm kind of blaming myself for it. So then he told, or then she says that the he must be very powerful. My brother is powerful for, he has two quirks and two abilities. Abilities. So yeah. And Inko could feel the negative energy leaving her body. As Zumi says, "Can you feel that?" And too? Yeah. It's like draining the anger out of my body. As Sashi says, "I don't feel anything." Well, just pretend or get mad at something, okay? I'm always mad at Zuko, as now he feels it, all that negative energy leaving his body. As they're like, man, your brother really, Healy, is this powerful? He could absorb negative emotions inside. Yeah. So, yeah. So then sorry. So, then the time skip to the sports festival as Zuko, went to there, because he does not want to see, or he does want to see his sister to, like, or not, he wants to see his own sister win the entire thing. But Zumi did not realize he was there. So then she did like the race one, the cavalry battle, of course, but then the fight one, when she was walking down a hall, she sees this green haired kid. And as Zumi looks up and sees her own brother standing there. And he says, I hope that you're not still mad at me for that. As his sister walks up, but instead of whacking him, she actually hugs him. And she could not believe that he showed up at her sports festival, as he tells her that he won't miss it. No matter how much you do not like me, but I'll still be here. Okay? So Zumi, he says, yeah. So all my thing, yeah, comes along as Zumi is happy. She could not believe that her own brother is with her. Yeah. As All Might could sense joy in the Zumi. Because at first he sensed negative energy from Zumi. That's only because as of hatred for her brother. But then Zuko, but All Might didn't notice that his anger, like his hatred, is leaving his body. And going right towards Zuko's. Like, yeah. So, as a as he remembers, the villain said to him, "Oh, yeah." So the villains told All Might that he's a second rank, or he's a third rank from the first place. Someone else beat him to the first ranked place of most overpowered characters. As he looks at All Might looks at Zuko. Yes, this kid is. So, yeah. So then Zumi him go back into the fight thing, and as she's happy. That made the brain dude confused of what, as he asked her the question of, why are you so happy? I saw my brother today. See? You know how stressful I would have been, right? So, go ahead, be angry with me. As Zumi wasn't affected by it. So, the court, or the, not court, the brain dude, the purple haired guy, ends up, like, trying to show his negative emotions, but he could feel the aura leaving his body. What's going on here? Oh, that's my brother's range. As she turns her head and points right at where Zuko's is. Zuko, you really need to come down here and fight me? The villain said that you were the most powerfulest one at USJ. So, does. Yeah. So then as the Nizu was like, let him join in the special round. How about as Midnight tells Zumi that whoever, or this is a new rule, whoever wins, there's going to be a special round. Zuko, who will be the opponent of the special round. Ooh. As Bakugo's like, ooh, I can't wait to make him all bloodied up. So then Zuko was like, really? So then they start battling, and of course, Bakugo, or actually, yeah, Bakugo got, like, was in first, followed by Zumi in second, and Night Shadow in third. Because the Bakugo and Todoroki ends up had a giant crush on Zumi. Yeah. So Zumi, and Zuko, or actually Zumi had a crush on Bakugo and Todoroki. So, yeah, and Ochako when she was at USJ, when she heard that Zuko is the most powerfulest person. So, as he takes, as he trains, so, yeah. So then the Zuko, so then, yeah, Bakugo, Zumi, and Dark Shadow are now in the special round against Zuko Midoriya. 3 versus 1. As he turns off his both quirks, just turns them off, not takes them away. Or actually, he absorbed both of them. So then, now, Zuko activates his full power. Or as everyone could see a dark, like, aura forming from their bodies, leaving them and into himself now. As he transforms into a much more bulked up and yeah, he got turned into the powerhouse. Yeah, Zuko ends up beating around on, and you handle me? In this form, no one. And Bakugo, Zumi, and Dark Shadow were, like, all 3 of them got knocked out in nanoseconds after the 3, 2, 1. Yeah, all 3 of them. Yeah. And they could not believe it. And that was only just the smallest taste in the world is. I'll tell you what the percentage of I used. 0.1%. As everyone's jaws dropped when they heard what percentage. Man, as even All Might could not believe that this kid is so powerful. So then All Might versus Zuko. Somehow yeah. So then All Might was in his buffed up form and he basically he went 3, 2, 1 and then Zuko just knocked him out in about nano clicks too. Yeah. Zuko was pretty overpowered. Like, he just flicked and boom. Yeah. As they could not believe it. This kid is now the most powerfulest person in the world. And, yeah. then he relaxed again because of quirk calm quirk. He as he calms down, and plus his quirk and his or two quirks have now became two abilities. So he made two copies of it, of the quirk thing. So, and then his actual quirks turned into abilities. So yeah. So then he's so calm. He calmed down after a lot. So I'm skipping the internship, yeah. Of course, he was sleeping as he was such a powerhouse, yeah. So then I'm skipping the camp arc, of course, at All Might vs. All for One. That's what my original plan was. Yeah. So then I had to go back and forth because my old phone, I usually could tell the time. But this one, I'm still adjusting. So, Momo, who could not, she still can't get over how Zuko was actually quirked with two quirks instead of one. Similar to Todoroki, but yeah. But she actually between between Ochako and Momo, they both told him that before, when if they grew up like him, then they will start getting married thing and like dating and then get married to him. But that's what she basically thinks about from the past. But then, yeah, she could not believe that, or actually, Ochako and and Momo can't believe that their friend or their boyfriend or their friend was the most overpowered character. So now All Might versus All for One, and All for One was like, "You're so weak. You lost to a child at the sports festival. So how does that make you feel?" Oh, a 15-year-old kid and beating up you. Man, you're soft for your age. And then Zuko, so then All for One, any last words? Yeah. So then All Might says, no, just do it. As All for One uses his laser, as Zuko just straight up comes out of nowhere, absorbs the attack. And yeah, he says, you think you're gonna kill my favorite idol like that? You big dumb jerk? As he comes out of nowhere, he runs right through, or he runs right up to All for One. And he says, reason why I didn't use my full power is because there was too many civilians. But now I can do freely here. As he shows his true powers, owners, and yeah, he unleashed his powerful list attacks. Like, he made, like, his own version of the Detroit Smash. And instead of calling it Detroit Smash, he calls it the Infinity He Lords' Punch. As he punched All for One so hard, it sent shockwaves. Like, just imagine the beam of light comes out of, or just, do you see his hand? That one right there? His punch, like, he punched so hard that even, like, yeah, he punched so hard through All for One that it obliterated him from atoms. Like, wiped him out of fabric of reality. So, let's see how much. Okay. So then, yeah. Then at the next day, so Nezu tells Zuko that he might be the only one that can handle it. He will be he will be transferred to UA in Class 1A. So he does. And then, of course, Ochako and Momo dates him. And, yeah, they both, as promised him, that they both got married to him. And, yeah, it was scary. So, first, let's check those speakers. Okay, so yeah. So the kids inherit creation, like calm creation, because that's a combined of Zuko's his quirk of calm and Momo's like creation. And the other one was raging gravity. So basically, yeah. But they both have like the calm, or no, actually calm creation had infinity, and the other, like, raging gravity had powers of 0. Not powerless, but yeah, it's called 0. Just like, yeah. So then yeah. So now, and plus, Zumi, he gets married to Bakugo and Todoroki, and they had kids, and, yeah, a whole thing. Yeah, so please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. And yes, please leave a like, share, subscribe.